Ladies and gentlemen in the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. And I am as happy as can be because I have won the last 4 games of chess. Full disclosure, Spindley's been crushing me, but not today, baby. All right, Trump trial. This is a circus. Judge is getting nasty. Check out my Facebook Live where I go into this in great detail. Trump donors, billion-dollar donors are starting to step up. They got no place else to bet. They're not going to bet on old Joe Biden. Applebee's is closing 25 stores across the country. Says it all. Illinois Dairy, this Oberweis Dairy, was in business, family dairy, for over 90 years. Bankrupt. Sad. Biden made $620,000. Folks, think about this. Think if you made $620,000, plus you had Hunter Biden doing all the gangster stuff on the side to supplement your income, and you've been living off the government forever. Think about this. The Bidens, U.S. Senator, all those perks, 8 years as VP, now 4 years as president. So 620 my ass. Supreme Court is letting Idaho enforce their anti-transgender laws. Biden has apparently acted 200 times in some form or another against U.S. oil interests. Let's not be energy to think what kind of a clown show a perfidious, lily-livered maggot would want to have America energy dependent. Samsung, they're getting $6 billion to build chips in Texas. Once again, corporate welfare. Although I'm glad it's in Texas. Golden Gate, can't make this up. These anti-Israeli, pro-Palestinian, stop the war in Gaza folks, blocked the Golden Gate Bridge and disrupted traffic every place else in our country. You know what that is? That's terrorism. Pure and simple. Israel, they will not pass. Biden will not agree to any bill that's a standalone aid bill to Israel. You know what, folks? Don't you think it just proves the corruption in Washington and any state that does this? Why each actual law, funding mechanism, should be a quote-unquote stand-alone. So you're voting for just that. It's corrupt as hell. Biden exposed again for another cheat sheet. They even got to put in the pause on this guy. I mean, this is insane. Just think if this was Trump. It's unbelievable. Musk is laying off 10% of the Tesla workforce. He says tough's got to do it. Folks, there is nothing worse than laying off people. I'm the worst at it. I've laid people off and hired them back the next day. Nikki Haley's taking a job at a think tank, the Hudson Institute. Once you get in the government, that's what you got. Police. United States Supreme Court is allowing a police officer to sue Black Lives Matter. That'll straighten it up. True Social shares continue to go down, and now there's apparently some evidence that Trump wants to dump his shares. He needs the money, folks. All right, Army. This is unbelievable. Our taxpayers, $11 million sponsor for the UFL. And guess what? I heard they got like only 1,000 recruits out of that money. Why not just freaking take the $11 million and divide it by whatever and pay folks? This is the Bulldog. Do not be. Nice graphics, Sabrina, my cracks producer. Do not be, Shakespeare and Saul the Day, a perfidious, lily-livered maggot. Picked out by Jamie. When he loses a chess, he's bested his creativity. Got anything you want to say to the people, Jamie?
I'm actually really happy at Eric Deters today because it's been past 3-4 weeks. I've annihilated him.
Happy at all. He's humiliated. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Local News. Damon Fair, Senate Majority Leader, ends 21 years in office. You know why? It's probably not fun anymore because they got a super majority. It's too easy. But he's tied into the horse industry, and, we'll see what happens. Damon, I don't agree with lots of his politics, but he and I have always gotten along. So congratulations Best to you, Damon Thayer. All right, Lewis Jones, Madison County, is an escapee. Be on the lookout for him. Correctional officers, they are negotiating for more money. Wonder how much, Joe. Let me see. Correctional officers watching over inmates. Starting salary $45,000, $21 an hour. Folks, I want to tell you something. I met a lot of these guys when I was in that joint. Man, I'm telling you, that place smells. I couldn't imagine just going there to work every day. But it's public service, so it's tough, right? Butch Calorie, may he rest in peace. Mayor of Covington. Always got along with Butch, even back in my political days. May he rest in peace. He was the longest serving mayor of the city of Covington. All right, these two chiropractors, corrupt as hell. Seifert and Eanes Clinic. One's named Seifert, one's named Eanes. Sounds like a law firm, right? No, they're chiropractors. Found guilty for fraud. Stem from occasions Eanes and Seifert's clinic overprescribed opiates to patients, contributing to the deaths of at least 7 people. Other news to cover that we didn't have prepared, really. Former deputy sues the sheriff regarding retaliation on his wife's social media page. This all has to do with Jennifer Davis making a post and Sheriff McGuffey punishing him. We'll see how that rolls out. Ludlow police chief's resigning from his city administrator position. That's Ludlow Police Chief Scott Smith. As city administrator, he's still going to be police chief. And an Indiana woman was found dead with 30 freaking cats. Cat lady. This is the Bulldog. Do not be a perfidious, lily-livered maggot. Shakespeare insult of the day. Be an oracle.
Hello there, you're watching Eric Deters World News. This is Jamie Spindley. Today's headlines. 2 men have been sentenced to jail after authorities confiscated £17.2 million worth of cocaine, cleverly concealed within blocks of cheese. Lancashire police uncovered the mass stash weighing 217 kilos during a raid in Blackburn, England. In Sydney, Australia, a 15-year-old boy has been apprehended following a disturbing incident during a church sermon. Multiple individuals, including a bishop, were stabbed at the Christ Good Shepherd Church in Wakeley. Fortunately, none of the injuries were life-threatening, but the event sparked unrest as hundreds gathered outside the church, leading to clashes with police, resulting in 2 officers injured. In other news, tragedy strikes in Copenhagen, Denmark, as a fire engulfs the historic 17th century Borsen building, one of the city's oldest landmarks. Spectators watched in horror as the iconic building collapsed. Although everyone inside managed to evacuate safely, efforts were made to rescue valuable paintings from the burning structure. And Miami's highways are under siege as bushfires continue to rage, creating heavy smoke and flames. Miami-Dade Fire Rescue reports road closures and rerouted traffic as the fire spreads over 150 acres of land. Remarkably, no casualties or injuries have been reported despite the ongoing blaze. That's the latest headlines. Until tomorrow, cheerio. And I'd just like to tell everybody that Eric finally beat me in chess today. Finally. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, the American Cheering Bulldog Nation, welcome to Sports Without Boundaries. Caitlin Clark was numero uno, drafted by the Indiana Fever. I got the fever. Indiana Fever, first NBA. She's going to make about $76,000, but she's going to be making 7 figures and endorsements and everything else. And she apparently is the first woman at the WNBA draft to wear Prada. Ooh. She looks good in her white Prada. All right, Boston Marathon. Lima, or however you pronounce his name, won the Boston Marathon. Went off without a hitch. Devontae Smith, he got a contract extension. 3 years, 70-some million bucks, $50 million guaranteed. So guess what? All the wide receivers like C.D. Lamb and company are going to be like, give me the money. The Cincinnati Reds got clobbered. You know, we thought old Frankie Montas was going to be an ace, right? Last 2 outings, he sucked. Last night, he walked the first 2 batters, gave up a home run, walked some more folks. We lost 9-3. Terrible outing. Back at it tonight. All right, Team USA, basketball, guess what? LeBron, Curry, all the big boys are going to play, so we'll win. All right, Pope. This is wild. Pope is now offered St. John's to play at UK and away the next 2 years. It's freaking great. I wish Patino would have gotten a job. But the Patinoites are all coming out in support of Pope. See, Calipari was all about the one and done thing. He wasn't about the program. He was about NBA. So the Patinoites, Patino, Pope, and the rest of those guys, they're going to be excited. And I heard a rumor today. Shepard might make an announcement today, and if he comes back, look the hell out. UK basketball will be better than ever. And we won't have Calipari, the great recruiter because of NBA, and the absolute worst game coach ever. I would rather have Mark Pope coach a game any day of the week over Calipari. And I'm a Patino guy, always been. You know, I wanted Patino to get this job. All right, NBA attendance. It was up 1.7%, averaged over 18,000, and 70% of the games were sold out. Congratulations to the NBA. A little bit of a comeback. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, America, here in Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Pop Culture. Well, the Rust Armorer, whose only job is to make sure a gun is safe, and the bullets was in the gun, for her reckless homicide, manslaughter, 18 months. She's lucky. Megan apparently was pushing women away not to get close to her prince. You know what? Megan is a first-class nut job. Megan could discover the cure to cancer and up it up. I mean, everything this woman touches, she screws it up. Why? Because of her personality and her character. She's just awful. She's an awful human being who hoodwinked good old Harry. She must have a platinum you-know-what. All right, Coachella. Big, I can't believe I missed this yesterday. Big weekend out there, all these people showing up. Kelsey and Taylor win the audience. Bezos was there with Laura. Who cares? I like Kid Rock's song where he says, Coachella's not his scene. All right, Billy Joel. They're going to replay CBS, his big concert at Madison, his 100th concert at Madison Square Gardens, because they cut it off in the middle of Piano Man. Unbelievable. I watched a little bit of it. Darius Rucker says any entertainers who claim they don't hook up with fans are crazy.
They're liars.
They're liars. Well, you know what? Do you not think? Duh. All right, in this movie Civil War, $25 million in the box office this past weekend. I'm kind of curious about going this, but I'm sure they bend this to make it look like it's the Trump and Megas people's fault. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.